Oh man, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're trying something a little bit different, you know.
Leaving.
Leaving. Well, Saturdays, you're young, you're vivacious,
Vivacious.
you're an alley cat. So Saturday nights are going to be kind of hard for you to be here.
Yeah, especially when I was sick out of my mind.
Yeah, well, that always
kind of the point.
happen, but even still.
I
So,
have a social life.
but that you know what the great thing about this is now we can record, we can pause, we can sit there and say what we want to say. We can say some horrible stuff, and people wouldn't even know.
They'll never
Right?
know.
No, I have to edit out some of your attitude anyway.
Okay.
So
sure, right.
So anyway, so what we're planning on doing is we're having a series of videos, and on the last weekday of the month.
Last Saturday.
Saturday of the month.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting that. See, that's why I got you. I'm going to edit that out.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. So on the last day of the month, what's going to happen is we'll do a live character creation using some of the stuff that we learned, the shapes and things like that. So
nice.
So right now, I think we're going to be coming back on about August 10th, actually.
Hey.
Which is, I think, is your birthday. Let me make sure.
Hey, wait a minute. You know it's my birthday. Why are you checking a calendar?
But I'm checking to make sure that August 10th is a Saturday.
Okay, phew.
Golly, I don't have to check for your birthday.
Time.
Whatever. Anyway, with that, we're going to talk about some horror stuff because we're getting close to that spooky season. As soon as July 4th is over with, everyone knows that it's now time for the spooky season, and they get prepared for it 3 months ahead of time.
Of course.
Right. Because you got to prepare your skulls, and you've got to prepare your bodies, and all that stuff.
I mean, you have until November 1st until Christmas starts.
Right. So while we do have a lot of horror movies and everything like that, one thing that it doesn't get overlooked, but one thing that has really contributed to the horror genre has been video games.
Of course.
So we're going to look at some of these video game stills, character designs, and stuff like that to get a good idea what we need to do when we're applying that to our character design. Again, August 31st, which will be our first live in a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, are you prepared for this?
Pretty sure.
Okay. And here we are. So the best thing about this is how we're going to be doing this now. From what I was told, they were missing our little icons.
Yeah, apparently that does well.
That does well. So, but you get to wear, but now you get to wear your green Gur hat, and so let's introduce ourselves. Let's tell them who we are, in case they've forgotten. Know, right? Because we're not right.
Or we've changed our names.
Exactly.
Like I have.
Right. All right. So I'm independent artist C. Michael Lanning, who's done work on such things as Magi's Grace, Calico Shard for Arrow Comics, Doghouse for Hasm Productions, and various other things here and there, plus some other stuff coming up pretty soon, hopefully. And over here to my right, and my partner in crime for these little swarways into art style, my totally art style partner.
No, don't call me that.
Ah, come on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jaden Lanning. I'm a freelance artist in the indie comics industry, I guess. I do covers for, Daphne Lage. I've got a lot of stuff with her right now. She is, honestly, I must be her go-to because she will not stop hiring me. I have no time for myself. And it's awesome. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll get to that, okay? Also, I go by Pillbug Pudding online. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. I am not embarrassed. Thank you. That's all I'm going to say. I do cartoon fan art, okay? I'm not ashamed anymore.
Hey, look, if it gets you followers,
I'm embracing it. Right? It gets me at least 500 likes now. So.
There you go. I'm thinking about doing some of my own stuff.
You should do it.
I think some Moxie and Invader Zim mixed together.
You're going to have a very toxic fan base.
but it's a fan base. See, that's
There's
the state. So here we go. We start now with the OG, right?
The
Okay,
OG.
the OG now. At this point in time, when did Five Nights at Freddy's come out?
10 years ago? Over 10 years
10
ago?
years ago. So this is kids. This is what's called
What? Oh, mascot horror.
mascot
Yeah.
horror. Explain to the old folks what mascot
Well,
horror is.
mascot horror was kind of, I don't know if it was invented by FNAF, but it definitely pioneered it. It's basically any like horror game that's run by like a singular character is the face of it, or they're the name of it. Like Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're literally mascots.
Our Inky's Bob.
Vindy's ink
That's
machine.
it. Vindy's ink machine. That's what I meant. I was going to say Cuphead. But Cuphead has its own horrors.
The devil! My fans, they love me.
I guess if Cuphead was a horror game, it would be mascot horror technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically.
The horrible thing about Cuphead is trying to beat it.
Oh,
That's
God.
the horror.
Oh God.
That's the shit
Don't
that
even get me into that.
messes you in your nightmares, man.
I never finished it. I failed at
How
15
can you
dices.
finish that? At least with the horror
Yeah.
mascot games, you can finish it. They scared the shit out of me. To completely
Yeah, well,
honest
the
with you.
scary is the hard part. Like, if the gameplay is hard, I can't touch it. I'm sorry. Like, okay, hold on.
You wimp.
Shut up. In FNAF's sister location, they're just randomly the hardest level of any game I've ever played in my life. It's you're stuck in a spring lock suit.
What's a springlock suit?
Okay.
If you have not seen the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but if you have, the springlock suit is basically what the old dude gets stuck in at the end of the William Afton, or as everyone else seems to know him as Shaggy. I know him as serial killer from Hackers, but go ahead.
What's his real name?
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I know him.
Or 13 Ghosts.
Oh,
That's
I forgot
another
he
one,
was in
too.
that.
They're going to make they're supposed to be making a series based on the 13 Ghosts. Now, I don't know if
Really?
that's true or not, but that'd be kind of interesting to
No,
see.
I like that movie, but it feels like kind of underwhelming.
Well, I think the thing about that movie was the little kid in there was annoying as hell. So some of the dialogue was really bad.
Oh yeah, overall, I mean, it was also kind of a product of its time, wasn't it? Corny ass dialogue.
I think it was product from the times before it, because there was better movies at that point in time.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, Springlock suits basically it's like an animatronic suit you can climb into, and like you can be both an animatronic and like a mascot suit basically.
Right.
But the spring locks are what enable it to be that. When the spring locks are triggered, you get trapped inside of it. That's kind of the horror aspect of FNAF overall, I think. There are other ways you could die, obviously, but that's probably one of the worst and most iconic. This guy here, specifically, this is Withered Bonnie. He's a. What, did I get all
What kills me about this is, okay, now when the Five Nights at Freddy's started out as a bunch of beavers, didn't it?
Beavers? Was it? I can't remember. I think you're right.
It was supposed to be a fun beaver game or some shit.
Okay,
right?
Scott Cawthon, he had been kind of in the indie game business for a while.
Yeah.
He made a lot of Christian games, and they all started...
You naturally go into horror games
Of
if you start off as a Christian. I completely agree with that one. That the views and opinions expressed.
No, okay. He did a lot of Christian games, and they all starred, furries. They starred anthropomorphic animal characters.
Because it's safe.
Of course.
I mean, they were on the ark, so God must approve.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, okay. No, seriously. That's the science.
That's the science.
All Christians are furries deep down.
Oh, wow.
We all have personas.
That could be edited out, but I'm so keeping it in.
Oh,
In fact, I'm gonna make that the preview.
What, that all Christians are furries? But not all furries are Christian.
Oh, there's the rub.
So somebody commented on one of Scott's games or critiqued it. I don't remember which. It could have been in jest. It could have been for fun. But I'm going to take it as an insult.
And like a Christian, he can't really take a criticism.
Not
Go
only-
ahead.
Someone said that all of his animal characters looked like those creepy animatronics from like the 90s right? and the 80s. So he was like, okay, I see how it is. And he went out of his way and he made a joke horror game based on like Chuck E. Cheese back in the day. And it blew the hell up. Like it's crazy how the one time he didn't try is when he went viral. He did it as a joke.
That's insane. That's crazy. but it works for him.
Yeah, you find fame in unexpected places, I guess.
Well, then things are scary. You've seen them
Oh,
before.
they are.
They're scary anyway. So this is what it's got the purple. I think it's got it's got the red eyes here.
Careful calling it purple.
Well, Withered Bonnie, and that's the reason I was bringing it up, is it started off as beavers, right? Or whatever it started off as. It started off as something other than what it is. And now we have Withered Bonnie, Golden Freddy. It's like we're not really expanding. Yes, but we're not really expanding a bunch of imagination here, are we?
Well, yeah. It's the same franchise, right? Like, every iteration you've seen of the characters is, you've seen real life franchises with mascots and animatronics do this. You've seen Chuck E. Cheese do it 1,000 times. They get rid of characters, they revamp characters, they redesign them, they introduce child characters of the previous characters.
Well, yeah, but the reason behind that is because they have the bones for these things, and they don't know what else to do. They want to pay more money.
Well, that's what's happening here, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so.
So this is an example of one of the animatronics being torn apart and used for parts for other animatronics.
So we can be cheap in our imagination and still,
yeah, exactly,
and still be like grounded in reality.
Yeah.
No, it's not cheap. It's not. I'm not. No, but there's a cleverness in it. That's what some of the best things are made of, is when you're limited in resources.
You're just working around what you got.
So,
it's
all right. So what made you pick this? Because we're going through your picks first.
Oh, I wanted to pick more, but if I had to pick one, I guess I'd choose this. This one really freaked me out as a kid, and it still holds up as one of the scariest designs.
It's the bow tie. It reminds you of Matt Smith.
Oh, God. No eyebrows either.
Oh, gosh. It's uncanny.
It's just like him.
Anyway, so this freaked you out. This is why you picked him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this one stuck with me. And to be honest, over the years, the franchise has gotten less scary. It started targeting itself more to kids because that's become the main audience.
Yeah.
And so all of the newer designs are really toned down. They're not very scary anymore. I still think this holds up as one of the scariest designs in indie horror.
Well, I guess, yeah.
And all the other withered animatronics. I should have fit them in here.
No, yeah, but I think if you've seen one, you've kind of seen them all.
Sort of.
At this point. Well, they have heads, but...
Yeah.
So this is a real hand, or is this in game?
That probably belongs to the player.
Yeah.
Ethan Winters, I think you play as. This is Resident Evil Village.
Okay, we're going to get into some of this. So, but this is like a dragon-looking thing. And now, is something riding the back of it?
No, but it's going to kick it out of this. This is actually a vampire. This is a very tall, sexy vampire lady.
Oh, is this who I think it is?
Yes, this is Lady Dimitrescu.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is her true form. Isn't it freaking sick? She's just like this blob of meat and teeth. I think it's awesome. And those are wings, crazy. By the way.
Yeah, no, I can see.
It's flying.
That is pretty cool. I would totally play this, except for the fact that it bugs the hell out of me, and dark stuff scares me.
Dark stuff scares you.
Just shut up.
Oh, no.
Look, we're going to get into here in a few minutes on what scares me. But
oh, interesting.
But what gets me is, okay, so it's almost like they said, okay, we're going to have a rose. And it's a rose peeling, but we're going to put teeth on the rose. Because teeth on this rose.
That's creepy, right? That's really freaky.
All those teeth. The only thing that is missing is we had more rows of teeth. They would be a shark rose.
Shark rose?
Shark rose.
That sounds like a real thing. This definitely looks like a body part.
Yes.
I won't say which.
Wow.
It's probably intentional. I hate to say it, but it probably is.
I didn't think that. I like my rose analogy better.
Body horror, a common tip is actually, this is going to sound really gross.
It is, because it sounds
It's really gross. But a common tip when designing monsters themed after body horror is to base them on genitalia.
Because it's horrible to look at.
Because it's horrible to look at. It's monstrous and no one wants to see it. It's exactly what I'm talking about. And
Anatomy bad. Anatomy bad.
Anatomy ugly.
So no.
Smash.
No, wow. All right. This is Silent Hill.
No, this is also. I think this is also Resident Evil.
Is it Resident Evil?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because we're gonna come across again. This is like the baby.
Yeah, this was for a really short scene. What was this? This was Resident Evil 7
or 8.
I think 8 is Village.
Yeah.
This is the one that took place in Louisiana, which is why I know about it.
Right.
I'm a narcissist, and that's where I live. This happened for a single scene, and it scarred me. I did not like this. It made me hate babies. That's horrible. Look at that thing.
It is. Look at that mouth,
And
right?
it has-
and that bulbous head.
It's so ugly. It looks like a leech. I do not like it. Get away from me. It doesn't have any teeth. That's
Oh, right.
it truly is a baby.
It looks like it has like one tooth.
Maybe.
But I think what's really scary about it is you got this big, long, hollow hole that you just know that you're going into some stomach acid.
So gross.
Right?
It also looks like a body part. I won't say which.
What does it do with you? It looks like a butthole. Is that what we're going to say?
No.
Wow.
Look, I'm not here to make fun of the butthole baby, but
men's minds are supposed to be in the gutter. What the hell is wrong with you?
Women just aren't allowed to speak up.
Wow.
We would be too, trust me. You ask a single woman, she would tell you.
Well, it's got a tail back here behind you.
Oh, it do. It's like some kind of weird.
And
actually,
no, it's legs.
Yeah,
it's almost like
it's
they're backwards. Yeah.
This is supposed to be modeled after the character you're playing as his kid, because I guess something happened and your kid was kidnapped or taken.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be some kind of like a hallucination. It is very ugly.
A hallucination? Well, that's lame.
It's something like that. It's an illusion.
Well, it's not scary anymore when it's a hallucination.
I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time since I've watched anyone play because I can't afford it myself. I would play so many horror games if I just had $60 on me all the time.
You have $60, boy.
Right now, yeah, but I'm putting that towards something.
So
I'm buying other things.
So, okay, this looks like a still from a movie.
This is a canceled demo. This was a demo for a canceled Silent Hill game. But no one knew it was Silent Hill until like months after the demo dropped. It was so mysterious.
Yeah.
Everyone was playing it. They had no idea what was up. This is called PT. I'm not quite sure what it means. I'm sure there's some kind of there's someone
psychic terror.
It has something to do with pregnancy or something.
Oh, pregnancy test. Silent Hill pregnancy test.
I don't really know that much about this.
Yeah,
but the game got canceled. The demo was scrapped. Like PlayStations that have this demo on them go for thousands of more dollars than they usually would because it's so hard to get your hands on.
Now, I think what's creepy about this image is the fact that it's looks like it's well. Besides that, it looks like it's real. You don't have the typical decay look that you normally have in these video games. It looks like a real place.
When you're playing it,
yeah,
it literally feels like found footage.
Really?
It's grainy. You feel the physics of you walking through the halls. And basically the mechanic of the game is you're walking through the same looping hall over and over again. You're hearing a news report in the background about a man who murdered his wife and kid. And that's just on repeat. And you keep repeating and things keep getting weirder.
Okay, so I assume this is probably the wife.
Yeah.
All
There's scenes where
he murdered her because of the pregnancy test.
Something. There is something involved with wife and baby murder. I don't know the whole story. Watch a game theory video about it.
Damn it.
You go into the bathroom and there's a baby in the sink and this woman's floating towards you. It's a really effed up experience.
This woman?
Yeah.
She looks like she's on the ground here though.
Oh, but she does, I think she levitates. But she does just slowly walk towards you, which is really effed up.
There's a scene in Exorcist 3. And he's in a hospital, but it's like a Catholic hospital, so there's a lot of nuns around.
Okay.
Right? And he sees these nuns coming down the hall, and they just look like they're floating.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's like I think it's the way that they're moved and the way that their skirts work.
Oh, yeah, flowing.
That's what I think of.
That's eerie.
All right, so now we're about to get into another independent game, and we're looking at a couple of the characters from it, and. This is a game that I've now played somewhat.
I think you know what we're going into.
Well, you know what we're going into.
I know what we're going into.
Yeah.
I collected some of the images.
Right, you collected one of them.
One of them. You're welcome. Yeah. I put in a lot of effort into this show.
We don't have too many because we got a little bit more to check out. Okay. I think what's interesting about this scene though is that you don't have there's been a texture on these, a very fleshy texture.
Yeah, this one's it's so eerie. It feels so personal.
I feel like the fleshy texture, in my opinion, kind of takes away from it.
You think so?
A little
bit. It does remove some of the realism.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. Well, and we're gonna see that when we look at some of the Resident Evil stuff, Resident Evil and Silent Hill stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of like, but I really kind of prefer that look to
This
it
is
because that
creepier.
would creep me out.
This is way
more.
creepier.
Yeah. Like the fleshy stuff makes me feel like if I'll just call an exterminator.
If I took a nice hot bath, it would all go away.
There it is. The murder monkey.
The murder monkey.
Murder monkey. What's this from?
Very easy name. This is from Dark Deception, which is an independent game by. Oh my god, who's it by?
Monsters and Mazes?
No, I think that's another thing they made. Oh, Glowstick Gaming? I'm pretty sure
Glowstick.
Glowstick
They must have been
Corp?
ravers.
Corp or something? Maybe. Something like that. My brother's gonna beat me up for saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the murder monkey. He's in the first level. There's a whole bunch of them, actually.
But there's a lore to this.
Oh yeah,
to this
there
guy.
is.
And I want to get into his character design here in a minute because again, this is what we're looking at is the art style thing. But so these were murderers.
Yes.
And they're trapped in monkey suits. And basically, in Dark Deception, it's like a 3D Pac-Man game.
Oh yeah, it's.
You've got to collect all these shards before the monkeys get to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the first level. And this shit is hard.
Oh, it's hard. Yeah, it's difficult. It's one of the hardest independent horror games, I think.
It drives me nuts
It
because
gets worse.
Because you're in these hallways and it's a dark hallway and you're going down the hallway and it's dark and it's scary and you don't know when these monkeys are going to just show up around the corner and everything.
You have to pay attention to a little maze on the side of your screen while looking at what's in front of you to make sure there's not a monkey coming right for you.
But you can't even be sure about that because on the mazes you don't necessarily see the monkeys unless you get the red shard that helps you to see the monkeys and then you can see the monkeys. But does that really help that you can see the monkeys? No, it doesn't really help.
Especially when there's two dots coming at you.
Yeah, sides and you're screwed.
Yeah, you know you're screwed.
Right. But
I'd rather be surprised.
So you have So this is he's in a hotel room, which is why he's based in a bellboy.
Yeah,
uniform.
It's all in a hotel,
right? And so this, of course, reminds me of little clapping monkeys.
Oh, that's probably what they're based on.
Right,
I'm guaranteeing it.
But look at those knives,
yeah,
right?
What's with the knife? Yeah,
it has a pretty nice silhouette. Let me see here. So the silhouette, the big head, and these knives coming at you, and these little bitty legs. This really plays into the medium, short, long.
It definitely does.
Character design.
We can see where all the big went.
Where's the big?
Head.
You think?
I think so. I mean, it's got a long arm span. You think that's what you?
No. Yeah, I think you're right because when you do the little thing on it, the head it's about 2 heads big. Oh. Right. Not counting the head.
And it's a huge head.
It's 2 heads big. Head. So you're looking at big, medium, small.
Yeah.
Right. I mean.
Yeah, you got the breakdown.
Yeah, like the small is pretty much half of the medium size and everything like that. And it's a pretty. I mean, this is a pretty horrifying thing.
Even though it's so goofy.
Looks like a One Piece character. But go ahead.
Of course, you would say that. It does, unironically. What's crazy is it's a knife-handed monkey. Why is this scary? That sounds so dumb. That's like the dumbest thing you could ever tell.
Because they're bigger than you and they're in a hallway that you can't see around the freaking corner. That is true.
That's what makes them scary. Because otherwise, this is the goofiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
This?
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's blood on it, but other than that...
Or is this the goofiest thing you've seen in your life?
This is pretty goofy.
So,
pretty freaking goofy.
Well, again, we have the medium, big, small aspect here.
Oh, yeah.
But it's reversed.
You're right.
So, the biggest of the legs. So, this is another creature. Now, these are the liars, I think. Because all Dark Deception happens in hell.
Oh, yeah. It's some kind of, is it a purgatory of sorts? It's
something like that.
You're playing as this dude who's going through these different levels, fighting off, his own inner demons, really. He's fighting these actual spirits, but they're taking the form of something that haunted him in his real life and made him a bad person. These, for example, I think they're supposed to embody his habit of lying, but I'm not quite sure how. It takes place in a sewer, and you got these little duckies running around. You're really slow, which is why it's considered boring, but I think the character design saves the level, because look at this thing. Look at this thing. How could you hate that?
It scares the hell out of me.
It doesn't?
I mean, well, these things, they wait in the water, and then they stand up.
Oh, yeah, okay, that is pretty effed up. The first time I saw it, it scared me pretty bad.
Yeah. But you know what gets me, I think what's interesting about it is it's got the big eye and the little eye. And you see every individual's tooth.
Yeah, that's
in its mouth.
That makes anything creepy.
And that's what we talked, and I've talked about this, and I've even posted about how in the teeth, when you do teeth, you have this thing where if you do individual teeth, it's going
It's
to
gonna look
create a certain
creepy.
aesthetic,
It's
right?
uncanny as hell.
You know, and that's a normal art lesson.
Yeah,
right there.
You could use that as a tip to avoid doing it, or you could use as a tip to enhance
something. Absolutely. So, and then we got another one coming up.
Damn.
The Reaper Nurse.
Smash. Okay, next.
Now she has a pretty. She has a pretty basic design. Really.
She does.
She has a
She
paper.
does.
I wonder what the paper bag over the head with the freaking nurse's thing is.
I can tell you what that's about.
Tell me what that's about.
She's supposed to embody the protagonist's habit of objectifying women. So he's only seeing her body.
Ah, okay.
He doesn't look her in the eyes.
Yeah, but she got some freaking skinny frog legs.
It's them roller skates, bro.
Bruh.
They keep them fit. Yes, they're not the creepiest of the designs. There's a big fat nurse, which I think is a lot scarier.
She looks like a freaking. She comes at you with them like buzz blades or whatever.
Yeah, those buzz saws.
Yeah, and like it's like she's
Was she on like a scooter or something? I can't remember.
No, I don't know. She's old. I guess
giant.
she's trying to get around. She's giant. She looks like she's about to cut your pizza.
Should have pulled that one up, man.
Pizza. I'll put it in there. She's about to cut your pizza up, that kind of thing. She's all like,
"Oh, your
well, but you see, you say that, but the chef monkey.
The chef monkeys. We forgot to mention the chef monkeys.
The chef monkey who is going to cut your pizza.
Yes, he will.
He's going to cut your pizza and everything else. Right.
And every other limb.
Gives a whole new meaning to the word pizza face.
I heard that one a couple times growing up.
What, pizza face?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. I lived.
So that's it for Dark Deception right now.
Oh, really?
We didn't go into some of the other characters.
Kind of interesting which one you pulled up, though.
Well, yeah.
Sexy nurse. Sorry. I know. You have to put her in the thumbnail. I'm sorry. Choo-choo Charles.
Choo-choo Charles. So somebody out there said, what would be a good idea? If a train had spider legs.
And he was right. That was genius. This is the scariest thing I've ever laid my hands on.
It's like horror movie jazz hands. If you want something to be scary, put spider legs on it.
Pretty much.
Pretty
much. Put a lot of teeth and a lot of spider legs. Those are things that people do not like. The worst aspects of every animal.
But Choo-choo Charlie.
Choo-choo Charlie.
You're on this island. You got to collect all this scratch, find out all these little things. You come across these NPCs and stuff like that. Now, this was all put together by one guy, so it's just pretty freaking impressive.
It's really impressive. 2-Star Games, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Phenomenal game developer. He's done some great stuff, and it's all very diverse. This is the first thing I've ever played by him, and wow, it was pretty freaking intense. You're on your own train.
Yeah.
So you're like, you got this giant machine gun on the back of your own little cart, right? And this thing, not even on the rails, you have to stick to the rails. This thing is coming at you, and you have to aim just right, because if you miss even once, you're guaranteed to die. Like, he'll beat your train up and then he'll eat you too. It sucks.
Yeah.
It became more of a pain in the ass than it was scary.
Well, okay, so you got Choo-choo Charles. He's got the spider legs, what we call the horror franchise's jazz hands. Jazz hands. But you notice he also has an aesthetic of a devil.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With the horns.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The literal. He's got the horns that make out horns.
Well, you can see that in the silhouette.
Yeah.
You can see also his teeth. His face changes, I think, in the final boss fight. And I should have pulled that picture up.
Yeah.
He goes, I think, full spider mode, if I remember correct. He's got tons of eyes, tons of teeth. Just really creepy.
Yeah. No,
great character design.
It's crazy to think that we could take something like a train and be scared of it.
Yeah, right.
Simply by putting spider legs on it.
Before we move,
yeah,
I have to say, I am 90% sure this was inspired by a Thomas the Tank Engine meme.
Oh, really?
Viral at one point. Yeah, there was a huge. I don't know if anyone else is going to get this. I know you will. The whole phenomenon where they take Garfield and make it some kind of eldritch horror.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
That was as viral as it is. There was also a fad of doing it with Thomas the Tank Engine, and I'd seen a couple iterations. One where his face would come out of socket and it would literally just be like a snake thing. And one,
oh yeah, that is.
You've seen that, right?
I think I've seen something like
that. And
that.
One where he had massive spider legs. I'm pretty sure that's where this came from. I could be wrong, but if so, that's awesome and hilarious that he actually made it a thing. That's so cool.
Well, I don't think anybody. I mean, I'm sure there's been likened to.
It's not like you could copyright it. It's a train with spider
Right.
legs.
It's a train with spider legs.
Didn't think anyone was actually going to do it, but
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job with
He
it
did, he
too.
definitely
It
did.
moves really well, especially for an independent horror
Definitely.
game.
Game.
So
Game.
yeah, game. So anyway, so some of the stuff that I did find, I'm gonna pull up here, is from a website. Guy kind of goes over several of the creatures for Silent Hill,
Okay.
so on,
Sick.
so all that other thing. So it's bogleech.com. So if you want to check him out, go give him a go over there, check it out. Get him some traffic over there and let him see. So this here is from Silent Hill 2.
I could tell the
Yeah.
graphics.
See, but there's that shiny, there's this fleshy feel, right? I guess it contributes to that body horror that you're always talking about,
I
right?
love body horror. I hate it, but it did it.
I mean, look at this thing.
Yuck. I do not like looking at it.
So basically, what is this one?
The lying figure? Is this the one?
Yeah, the lying figure. So he basically, the first encounter, basically lowliest denizen of Silent Hill 2. And lying figure resembles a human, but covered in a thin membrane concealing its face and binding its arms together like a straitjacket. So it's kind of like, okay, we don't have enough money to make straitjackets, so we're just going to use your skin to do it.
Yummy.
Yes.
Ooh, yummy.
Yes. Can you? But I mean, this thing coming at you, is that really scary?
What's it gonna do?
I don't know.
It's gonna kick you a little. Is it supposed to come at
It
you?
feeds on corpses.
How? Where's the mouth?
It can spray a cloud of its chest can spray
It
a cloud of
farts on you?
corrosive secretion.
Oh, okay, no, this is scary.
That is nasty.
If a monster ran up, didn't even eat you, just farted in your face and ran off.
Whoops, excuse me. Just,
No. Mm-mm. I don't like it. I don't
no,
like it.
no, nobody likes the
That's
farting
worse.
monster.
I'd rather
Here's a
eat
little
my
bit of
face.
a better view of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even like, what decade was this?
Looks like it has a zipper.
It kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's straitjacket, right? They don't have zippers. Not the ones I've seen. I don't know what I'm saying. If they did, it'd be
not in
pretty
the
easy to
front.
get out of.
Yeah, not in the front. Maybe that's its teeth. I don't know.
Whatever it is, I don't like looking at it.
I don't know. It's horrific. So here's this. The mannequin.
Kind of sick.
Somebody messed up.
Yeah.
This is something that happened in the
I believe those are on weird. I don't think that's where those are supposed to be.
No. I think they somebody decided we're just going to stick two together and see what happens. It's like taking two legs and animating them and saying, this will be funny. Watch this.
It is. That's another one where it's like, where's the line between ridiculous and goofy and horror? Like, what makes something like this scary?
That could be done to you.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty scary.
I mean, I think that's what it is, right?
Oh.
I think that's so. Okay, you see that now. It's that sheen and that look on it. I think that helps it bring it into the horror genre. Because if you just see this kind of like, let's say you're walking through like Disney's Wonderland, and you just come across this nonsense thing. It's like, oh, well, how do I feed it? Oh,
Dad.
no, but seriously. If it was more colorful and it had polka dots and everything else like that,
It would
this
be
wasn't
silly.
scary, right?
It would probably traumatize a couple children, but they're sensitive anyways.
Yeah, it's little bitches. But
Stupid ass kids.
yeah. But anyway, so this thing's not really going to be, I don't know. It's got two butts, so it might fart on you too.
No, we can't escape it. Now the question is, which end do you feed?
Oh my gosh. It attempts to simply beat you to death with its uppermost limbs.
Oh, okay, that's fucked up.
So I guess it just kind of
No,
goes.
does it just run at you and like whack you in the face a bunch?
Yeah.
God, that's
It
brutal.
symbolizes sexual frustration.
How?
I don't know.
I don't see
But it says we'll find out later.
Well, it does have two butts.
I guess you can't do nothing with that, right? Wow.
If there's a hole, there's a goal.
Oh! You learned that from somewhere.
Yeah.
I
I hang out with the worst crowd.
But here's a little better view of the mannequin.
Oh, I see it now. Okay. No, I'm gonna leave.
Okay, so it doesn't have feet on the top. It only has feet on the
Well,
bottom.
how else is it going to beat you to death?
But if you think about it, like I said, again, if this wasn't a horror and it wasn't colored this way,
It would be really goofy.
it would almost be like a Jim Henson character.
It would be so stupid.
Something out of the Labyrinth,
so
right?
silly.
Yeah.
Oh, the Labyrinth is terrifying.
Or
Terrible
like
example, terrible
or
example.
what I tell you another thing that reminds me is Monsters.
Oh, Real Monsters.
Real Monsters, yeah.
Mom used to put that on all the time. I hated that show.
Did she?
It's ugly.
I don't
It's
even
so
know.
ugly.
Does she even like it?
Yeah, she used to love it. At least when I was growing up. I don't know if she liked it.
I think I didn't like the thing that held its eyeballs.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I
that
wasn't
either.
wild about the art on that.
Again, it's ugly. It's ugly. Why was y'all's cartoon so ugly?
Not all. That wasn't ours. That wasn't my age.
Well, Mom sure
That was
liked
later
it.
on. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't have cable growing up. And here it is, the Bubblehead Nurse.
You know what I'm sensing? I'm thinking Dark Deception takes a lot of inspiration from Silent Hill.
You think?
Because the mannequin thing, we didn't showcase it, but there's been teasers for their next level, which it is ongoing, by the way. That's why I say next level, which is the mannequins. Like, I'm pretty sure that's where they got the inspiration. And nurses aren't, like, a crazy concept or anything, but Silent Hill, I mean, it's got nurses. Like, I think a lot of people know about Silent Hill nurses.
Well, see, the thing about it is there's a couple reasons for, like, say, the mannequin.
Yeah.
The mannequin, you're looking at something that is humanoid but not alive. So it's
Yeah.
almost like
Mannequins.
looking at a corpse.
Yeah, mannequins
In
creep
a
a lot of people
sense.
out.
It's something that your brain tells you should be living and moving around, but it's not. So it has a creep feeling to it, right? That and demons possess those things.
Oh,
but, and then the nurse thing is because you're talking about putting yourself in the trust of somebody. You're talking about your health.
Especially a woman. Ew.
Oh, well, no, it's not even that. Well, let's talk about that for a second. Let's look at all the women through history that were nurses that were killing their patients.
Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think that's a far stretch to say
Probably not.
that would be, especially men hating nurses.
Is that common?
Well, I know nurses have endured a lot under some fucking sexist pigs. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised there was some in there.
Maybe that's where the inspiration's derived from for both.
Right. But yeah, I think
I totally get the mannequin thing because I hate puppets, and it's for very similar reasons. Except the fact that they do move around. It's like you. It's not alive. Stop pretending it is. It's really. I'm sorry. Again. It's ugly. I do not like it.
Of course, this is like an X-ray mouth on it. Looks like up close we can see that it has an only moderately human shape, and even its hair is just a pile of fleshy dangling flaps. It's like something out of Star Wars. Though, according to Masahiro Ito, this is a sort of latex mask, like a surgical glove, filled with fluid that perpetually suffocates the nurse. This is why they shake their heads so wildly, strangely never attempting to pull it off with their hands.
I would have never been able to guess that.
No.
If we had updated graphics on this would be really, really, like, I don't know if we could show this. If this looked a little bit better than it does.
I think if we took off some of the darkness, I think some of the darkness in it kind of hides it.
Yeah, that does happen.
So it hides maybe some of the bad effects just to give it a feel. Now,
is this concept art? Oh, dang.
So, unfortunately, some of the coolest concepts for the Bubbleheads had to be left on the cutting room floor. Originally, Masahiro Ito wanted their heads to be hollow, balloon-like rubbery cysts sloshing with fluid.
That's creepy.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
That is freaking awesome. Jot that down as something that I definitely.
Oh, he doesn't want that? Okay.
But that was a little beyond the PlayStation 2's graphical capabilities.
Yeah.
So later, he would conceive some variations of the nurses, including one with an even bubblier head and an acid nurse with an oral hose that we can assume would have spewed something corrosive.
Ew. You know what's? This is the kind of stuff I want to see happen in game remakes. I want to see, like, the fully realized versions of.
Now that we can do it, so instead of having this weird nurse-looking thing, I would totally freak out about this.
Textures and stuff.
This spewing thing. She looks like an elephant, but this bubble-headed thing with a gun. Can you imagine it with like little holes in it, and it's just dripping fluid? Ew. Because of the stuff that's stuck inside of it?
Yeah, just the descriptions of these is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
But have you ever heard of Masahiro Ito?
I don't think so. I'm not too well versed.
Check it out. But apparently, if you have Ito, You are a
You're
horror
insane.
master. So,
You're a madman, and you probably like cats.
oh, the flesh lip. The flesh lip, Jaden. The flesh lip.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Is that hanging off of something? Is it on? It's.
Do you remember in Doctor Who the Cassandra, the last
Yes, I
human, or
do.
whatever?
Yes, I do.
And it was just the
Jesus
face and
Christ.
skin stretched
I
over.
hated that thing.
Yeah, that's what this looks like, but twisted.
Oh God, worse somehow.
Yeah.
If that's possible. Actually, I don't know about that because I'm just pretty messed up.
So
Oh, this is completely.
the face would actually serve as sort of a boss encounter.
A
He
boss?
brings up monsters. As far as she knows, she's sort of putting them in a room. He's attacked by several of these. I don't even.
I
The
don't
flavorish maybe just most abstract looking in monsters in the game, though we'll meet one later that buys pretty close to that title. The Mandarin.
Like Marvel? I don't know what I'm looking at.
I am afraid to know what I'm looking at.
Butt plug.
No,
Oh.
but close.
Oh, okay. It has legs. That doesn't help. Are those arms?
I hope those are arms.
Is it coming at me? What am I looking at?
Looks like lips inside.
Oh no, that looks like a different sex toy.
I was hoping you wouldn't catch that.
No.
Yeah.
No, too late. You said something. It's your fault.
What
What is the description for this?
Let's see. Let's see if I got one. Chased around by the blind thing swinging beneath their feet. Let's see. I have no idea.
What is it?
I don't know, but it doesn't look right.
I don't want to look at it anymore.
Oh my gosh. Then we go from that to the abstract daddy.
Say that again.
The abstract daddy.
Say that last part again.
Daddy.
I'm gonna clip it. Continue.
This new monster introduced to Silent Hill 2 is easily the most revolting. You encounter this creature in an underground labyrinth where it has cornered Angela, the young woman lured in Silent Hill by her own haunted past. Her personal traumas are vaguely hinted at. Times you encounter monsters that can be seen by another actual human being, but it's obvious that you and Angela aren't actually seeing the same monster.
Oh, interesting.
So what possesses somebody to come up with this?
Where do you even start? Like, how do you describe this?
This is a representation of her own father.
Oh.
James sees another faceless, meaty mockery of humanity, more obscene than anything he's dealt with before. You can really see how much sexual energy they pack into the ghastly thing. Oh my gosh. Fused to a rectangular frame and a thin membrane of skin, the daddy invokes a huge, muscular figure hunched over a sheet in a sexual position. Oh my gosh.
That's
Pinning down a second figure that also sort of resembles a humongous phallus.
Ugh, gross.
Wow.
Yeah, horror it really doesn't know balance, does it?
Not this one.
No. You know what though? I do have to get into Silent Hill eventually. It's too iconic to pass up on, and it has so far some of the freaking most messed up concepts I've seen in any horror game.
And
Of course, the classic.
there you go.
Is
And
that
your
the
mother.
OG?
I don't know. This isn't the second one.
Okay.
But the thing about this one is you never saw the movie, huh?
No, I refuse to.
Your mother's scared to death of this thing.
Pyramid Head?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah, it's horrifying in the movie. And I've never played the Silent Hill game, but the movie is just
All I know is that
it's creepy as hell.
a lot
too.
of people are attracted to that thing.
Like
Yeah, I like that. You like that? Do I have to say?
No.
Mm.
But I mean, what was okay? We're gonna put a pyramid on the head. So is it what? What do you think is what's scary about this?
It's just like it's pointy. It's coming at you. It's bulky. Like that thing's huge
Yeah.
compared to your character. So you got this thing with a giant cone head coming at you. No, obviously that's not a good thing. I'm not gonna think he's. I don't think he's telling me ice cream.
You know, well, he might be. That's what I'm saying. You never know. I mean, I think you would read. You know, he's like.
Am I being judgmental?
He's obviously a butcher.
Something
He's like,
that.
hey, would you like some pork?
Made of human flesh.
It's
No, don't trust.
so the pyramid head, but it was But it was really originally referred to as Red Pyramid, and I always liked that a lot more so. We're sticking with
You know
it.
what's great? I think Pyramid Head is a fan name. I don't think that's its official name.
You think that's somebody else that they just kind of...
No, I'm like 90% sure that the fan base came up with Pyramid Head and it just kind of stuck.
And see, there you have the back end.
Is it period
here.
imagery?
Huh?
Is this period imagery?
I don't know. I think that's just more like, I think he's wearing a flesh
Okay.
apron more than
Flesh
anything.
apron.
Yeah. So you don't get flesh on you.
What?
Definitely a creep factor there.
This is a dude? This is much smaller than the other Pyramid Head.
The monstrous of Red Pyramid is further demonstrated when he gets a hold of James and extends a
is.
slimy black tongue. Yikes.
Yucky. Okay, that's even worse. Does it have a slot or something it sticks that through?
I don't even want to know.
Ew.
Here's Maria.
I hope these aren't spoilers. Oopsie.
Probably, but I mean, it's freaking Silent Hill too.
Dude,
If you
yeah,
haven't played
you
it
haven't
now,
played it, it's your fault.
uh,
If you weren't aware, my bad. Should have been.
left her bedridden, no hope of recovery. So this is so that's about the most normal one that we have.
See, this if I could understand what's happening in most of these, I bet I'd be pretty scared. There's just so much texture. It's almost hard to discern, and this is the easiest one to understand.
Yeah, but I mean, it still has a creep factor. Just look at that face.
Yeah, that's uncanny.
Yeah.
I do not like it.
Oh. So that's it for that one. This is another Silent Hill.
Which Silent Hill is this? The same one?
And then Pyramid Head. I think it might be a bunch of them.
Oh, okay. Just in general.
Yeah.
This is a Hammerhead shark.
This is a schism.
A schism.
So this is the schism. Most dangerous looking creatures. Well, I think that thing comes swinging at me.
It's
It would not be fun.
It's one of those hanging axes, right? Or
Yeah.
is it a hammerhead shark? What does this take inspiration after?
Crazy hammerhead sword monster from the neck up.
Okay, that makes sense.
I really like the mouth that goes all the way up its flattened face, the teeth locking together.
I wish we could see that.
Let me see if I can pull this up.
God. Does it only show it? Are we seeing it from this angle? Is that where the teeth are? Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, right in there.
Oh my god, I thought it was like looking down, but no. It's looking from the side.
Its eyes here.
I do not like that. Yeah, it's like
swinging back and forth.
Fucked up garfish.
I think he's got a little dingling.
Oh no.
Uh,
Silent Hill loves its phallic imagery.
What's the deal, man?
I'm telling you, it's the genitalia rule. Alright, body horror. No, did they Ken doll him?
No,
Oh,
not
yeah,
at all. It's there. I don't think he's circumcised, though. That's the schism.
Oh god, that reminds me of something.
A little killer mutant planetarian in there. Raw Shock. Raw Shock is one and only enemy monster in Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
Is this a baby? What am I looking at?
For sexually fixated players, the disease from form pertaining to alcoholism, the atrophied.
This is Dear David.
Maybe so.
Slender Man.
I don't know. This
What
looks like
did they
ass
do to
face
you?
from Preacher.
Oh god, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, look, see?
No.
But what is it going to
that's
do
evil.
to you?
Yeah, what is it exactly? Is it
scary?
giant? Because that would change things, but I mean, like, look at this. This is an aborted fetus. This is nothing.
You're not going to do anything.
No, you're not gonna lay a finger on me. I don't even know if you have.
But
those.
I do like the shape of its head.
The caved in.
Well, it kind of has almost like a
Oh,
dinosaur.
I don't like that. You can. Is it a shadow or can you see through its thin flesh?
I think you could see through it.
That's like a hole, right?
Almost like a
God.
conclave, like the
Gross.
horns come up.
Ew. I do not like it.
Some really excellent work on that painting and stuff,
It
though.
really is.
Hmm.
I wish the games could reflect that kind of stuff.
Now this guy, Siam,
Huh?
is from Homecoming.
There is a lot of Silent Hill stuff. I have not even a clue about
But
this
I actually
franchise.
like this. I'm not too sure that you needed the leg in the back, although it's kind of like a tail, right?
kind of.
And it's like a thing. So I think you kind of use like an elephant
I can see that.
type imagery with the tail and
Even
everything.
with the
And
arms, yeah.
then, yeah. And it looks like it's like, what, 2 or 3 arms, maybe 3,
This is
melted together and everything.
hard to look at.
It is. But I like it. I actually like the shape language
No, it is
on
pretty good. It's got a really good silhouette.
Yeah. I wouldn't want it coming at me because I think there's some
No.
eyes and lips and stuff in there.
Ugh.
So it's just all a bunch of bound flesh.
Yep.
This is kind of cool.
Oh, I like this.
The
What is this?
asphyxia.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this is really creepy. It's got a little butt on the end too. Maybe this supposed to resemble something else.
Huh?
Yeah, Silent Hill's really good with its body horror. I don't think I've ever acknowledged it for that.
Yeah, it's
This is some human centipede shit, bro. What am I looking at?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And this has to do, I'm sure, this sexual frustration here too,
Something,
right?
yeah. It's gotta be.
I'm taking a guess.
Can we show this?
We have. So,
Too late. You had to say. Oh, it's got handy.
but also demonstrates how much cooler a human centipede could be than in the film of the same name.
See?
Originally, asphyxia was going to have tentacles warming out of various orifices, including its breast, but I guess they felt it was a little too much.
That's a little too much. They have limits.
Yeah, just a little bit. I kind of like this guy, the Mumbler.
Ooh.
It reminds us kind of a headless teddy bear.
Cook it. I'm gonna see it. That didn't help.
Oh, here.
The background's all dark still. Oh, okay. Oh, gross. That's like a
This
frog.
is actually what Mothman looks like.
In real life?
Yeah.
You've seen him?
No.
Oh,
Well,
got my hopes up.
he tells me to turn around. But there's
Whoa.
this empty orifice right here.
Ooh.
So it's like,
Like
but I do
reptilian.
like it. But from it, he's walking out. I kind of like. He just has like this cryptid feel to it, right?
Oh, definitely.
Look at this thing, the night flutter.
Some kind of. What is this?
The night flutter probably combines aspects of bird, bat, and possibly a bit of fuzzy moth. Unless that's just me. The naked humanoid body and head of worms are just about the creepiest thing you could top off with.
Okay.
The head of worms.
Birds aren't used enough when it comes to horror designs because birds are genuinely terrifying. Those things, don't like them. Chickens, don't come near.
So you think people don't use birds because they're too scary? Or maybe they don't want their chicken to be ruined.
Aw, maybe. Because I can't eat fried
Nobody
chicken.
wants their fried chicken to be ruined.
But, I mean, I feel like nobody really takes... Like, I can't think of an iconic bird villain or horror character. Why does no one use that? People need to use that more often. Have you ever seen... Oh my god, what are those
Chica?
devil turkeys? Oh yeah, I guess it's close enough. It doesn't fully take advantage of the bird aesthetic, but she's just kind of a chicken. She has a beak.
Yeah.
I feel like her wither design takes advantage of it.
This one, the pendulum. Among the monsters, this thing's
What is this?
it's an amputee torso with scythe.
Oh,
Scythe.
of course.
You see?
Did you say
So it's-
scythe?
Scythe.
Is that
Scythe.
is it scythe? I thought it was scythe.
It's scythe, right?
I have no idea.
We're gonna go with
I
that.
don't know.
But yeah, but see, look, it's upside down, so all the blood's rushing to its head. Then they
Oh.
stuck a razor in its head. That'd be a horrible thing to happen to you. I wouldn't be like, I think I'd see that and go,
Oh,
that's horrible, man.
you can kill me. It's
I'm
okay.
gonna, yeah, right.
It's a pity kill.
It's a pity kill. I mean,
Go ahead.
but it has that long. I think what's interesting about it is twisted up here, so the nub kind of looks like a head.
Ew. Yeah.
But it's not something I would really want to encounter.
Cheat code. If you want to make a good horror design, add blades.
And then the larval stalker. Now I think this is the best one.
Ooh. No, you don't.
Yeah,
Stop lying.
look.
Well, it's so cute.
I feel like it's something
This
that you
is-
can't see.
Yeah, that does make it a little.
It's almost like it's like there's a shadow for it, but you can't see it. It blends into it. It's almost scary. Like that's the thing that you're not sure if it's there or it is, and you don't know what it is.
It's giving what do they call them? Night
These sad little shadow babies from the original Silent Hill weren't even dangerous.
No, I love it. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. I'm taking your favorite.
larval stalker. Oh, there's another abstract, Daddy.
Oh God.
And the puppet nurse and puppet doctor. Oh my gosh, this is. Didn't you say you loved puppets earlier?
Don't talk to me.
The puppet nurse and the puppet doctor. I guess the doctor is on top. This is the doctor here.
Oh,
I kind of like that.
this makes me.
It has this Igor look feel to it, right?
Ugh.
So you inspired yet to create?
I'm inspired to not go to sleep tonight.
No, boy, we're not even done yet.
I'm definitely getting something out of this. I did mention that I like body horror, right? Because I hate it. I changed my mind.
Well, I think
Ugh.
this will have a little less body horror. So this is every monster in Resident Evil Village 8.
I know this one.
Kato.
I don't know that one.
All
I
right.
forgot about that one.
So as introduced a mutagenic fungus known only as the mold, but here we learn that the mold
Okay,
has been
no,
used to engineer an even more powerful parasite, the Kato.
Okay.
Kadao.
It's coming back to me.
Originally mutated from a mold-infested nematode worm. Okay. That could be worse. But I think this is interesting.
This is the lichen, right?
The lycanthrope.
The lycanthrope.
Which is interesting because it's not your typical
It doesn't look
werewolf.
like a lichen, really. It doesn't look
No,
like a lycanthrope.
not here. But I mean,
They act more like zombies.
do they?
Yeah, they're fast.
I like his hair and his face. It gives a more feral thing. And if you look at his skin, yeah, there's veins, but it also looks like there may be some fur right around there.
Maybe so.
And of course his
His feet got no toes.
yeah. Well, they have toes. It just
They're just saying. I don't know why. I never really cared for these things. They're the most human shaped thing in the game. Really, not that scary.
and then there you have the Varkalok.
I don't like this.
Well, you know the Varkalok. We have a whole bunch of Varkaloks down here in Louisiana.
Of course,
Right.
there's swamps
No,
that
I'll
we don't
say.
go into.
The Varkalok is a result of adding more actual wolf to the equation. And the result is actually a great looking design.
This is pretty sick, all things considered.
Yeah, I think if I would bring that head down,
Yeah, maybe just
A little
tad
bit.
Yeah.
but I do like it.
Look at that. Look at that face peeking through.
But to have that singular eye sticking out, really.
I don't remember what it was like to fight.
Silent Hill is creepy in the body horror thing, but I think Resident Evil takes it in the overall design
Like
of the
monster
creatures.
design, for
Yeah,
sure.
because just like we looked at the vagina dinosaur earlier, we,
Vaginosaur.
you know,
Vaginosaur.
the vaginosaur.
I swear, so many people had crushes on her. Okay, trust me, she's hot. Trust me.
I think she's on here. But when you look at the vaginosaur, it's a great design, regardless, even though
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
mass flesh.
There's a lot going on.
Right. And so here's the Urias is a sort of unique mini boss monster.
I remember this guy.
A man who mutated into an enormous giant.
Fairly easy, actually. I mean, he's huge.
He's kind of
got
like
that
a
big
giant.
ass hammer.
Yeah, he's kind of like a giant lichen in a way, right?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, definitely.
See, this is the kind of character though that is like, oh, he could be problematic, or he could be your friend. I feel like he'd be the ones that's like, oh, run from him. Oh, I'm not really scary.
Yeah, right?
Everybody runs from me.
Aww.
Oh,
He has
poor
sort of an
Urias.
obstacle. You run into him. I don't think he's after you.
Oh, so Urias is just minding his own business, and you assholes
Yeah,
try
if I
to.
remember correctly, he's really slow too.
An almost ordinary person scaled up to the huge size is one of the simplest of all possible monsters, but it's one I think can be effectively frightening and even quite disturbing.
That hammer kind of looks like it's flipping me off, but yeah.
It does, right here. Yeah,
you can
that's
see that,
exactly what's happening. Urias Strazer.
This is friggin'. I love maces.
This is okay. The Centennial Dragon wears a horn mask, and this is in Louisiana swamps.
No, actually, this is the 8th one. The 7th one is one that takes place in Louisiana. I would have pulled more designs from that, but a lot of them were just very human.
Really? Okay.
So there wasn't a lot to look at.
Yeah, because it's all like inbred shit, right?
It's weird, creepy old people stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have the Urias Strazer. Yeah, I like. Okay, so this also could be a DC villain or something, right?
Yeah, no.
It's not necessarily a horror, although I do like the spiked mace.
Yeah, I love
has.
those. Those are goated.
But it has I think it has with the
tendrils. What are those?
Well, if you look at the composition of this, you have the straight, across, and the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has a certain balance to it.
Yeah, no.
I guess. There's an aesthetic to it in the shape language that really helps. It's like straight down, straight up, and then round.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a T with a circle.
Ah, you see stuff I would never. You have an artist.
Or, it's kind of like of, an O and an F.
Mind blown. This is that.
You're such a liar.
I'm not interested. And I was gonna say this is like that letter composition trick.
And it really kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Do you think you could spell like whole sentences with just characters and objects?
Maybe. It'd be work. But you see, that's the kind of stuff that incites our style.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
There she
What?
is.
What? Smash.
And
Okay,
she's
continue.
like, wow. Really?
I watched like 7 Let's Plays just for her, I swear to God. I was so hyped when this game got announced.
Is she like 10 feet tall?
Yes. I mean, yeah, she is. Big vampire lady. And she's the MILF. I mean, she's got kids. Ignore that first part. Yes, she's got like 3 daughters. They're all really ditzy. It's adorable, actually. If you take away the horror aspect, you get to see this like vampire family. Just cute. She's scary though, don't get me wrong.
The family that stays together slays together. And that whole thing. She's tall enough to throttle a giraffe, huh?
Yikes.
And then we have the Moratia,
I think?
Asia?
Asia?
Common failed result. Again, like I said here, now the other one was almost like Silent Hill we look at, it's almost like a we'll just throw these designs together, make these shapes, and then we'll pull out a horror element to it.
Exactly.
But these almost have like, okay, we have the straight and curve. And that's what that's how we're putting this together.
I would love to see the concept art for these.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just and then that it's like a sideways T. So we really get a good feel of it. And then you have his clothes are coming down to help bring you down the that hood almost helps you bring it down to, and I love that hood actually.
It's a great touch.
Brings you down into the rest of the composition.
Is it?
Right.
I thought this was a.
It almost like, okay, here's the top. Here's the part that sticks out, and what this hood's doing here with its little flaps is bringing you down through the the husky part and into the leg area.
Oh yeah.
Where it comes out. So it's almost like it's leading you through the cluttered parts. I keep saying wrong words. You can bring it through the cluttered parts to bring you out to the rest of the composition.
Yeah, interesting.
Very triangular here.
And it also looks like
you can
bunny
use the
ears.
triangles. Yeah, it does look like bunny ears. But you have your triangle composition here. Here's here, and then another triangle here.
Oh, and one between the arm and the sword.
And then here, yeah, absolutely. So definitely, Ethan Becker talks about using triangles to get those.
And was it trapezoids? What are those little almost like bent rectangular shapes?
Yeah,
I use those a lot. I've used that tip since I started, really.
I have to go back and check it out. Ethan Becker does a really good job of helping you capture poses.
Oh, for sure.
And giving you things.
He's mean. Shapes.
So if you're sensitive, don't watch him.
No.
But it's a shtick.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've seen meaner people who pretend to be nice.
Yeah.
At least he's nice and pretends to be mean.
It pretends to be mean. That's so much better. Here's the why.
Oh yeah.
Why does this exist? So Samka, the Muraka's flying cousin, these women have forearms mutated into leathery wings and pointed, blood-sucking tongues, so long that they permanently hang out of their mouths.
I forgot about some of these. There was a lot of variety. Oh. That tongue is pretty obvious.
Okay. There's a vampire, and I can't remember exactly where it's originated from, but it has it to where these vampires would fly to these villages, and they would stick their tongues through the roof down into like an infant's crib or whatever, and suck the blood.
Yeah, definitely where this got the inspiration.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's worse than teeth. I think.
But then again, you still have that hooded area that's bringing it down. This is definitely your why.
Definitely a why. Definitely. Yep. That's really easy when it comes to wings.
Right.
I think that's the go-to.
Creepy
daughters.
So
they have names. I only remember one of them, Bella. That's it.
Bella, Cassandra, and Daniela.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Each
one
fought
basically
separately as
super
a
bad.
sub boss.
They do. You have to kill them off one by one, and then at the end, Lady Dimitrescu is all like, "You murdered my family. I'm gonna turn into a giant vaginasaur now." And each, it's a great game.
So, and I mean, she's pretty much straight and simple. Again, I think we have another T shape.
Yeah, definitely.
So maybe, and then of course that there.
They all look pretty much exactly like this with different colored hair.
Yeah.
Maybe different clothes every now and then.
And here we go.
Monster Dimitrescu.
So okay, so that was a person on top.
Oh, I didn't notice. Yes,
Yeah,
that's her. That's her bust. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I still like the design.
Oh,
and
it's
it comes
great.
out.
And she's
It's
got,
very
like,
Blade
legs.
too.
It's almost like she's got legs down there.
Where? Here?
Like, look at the shape.
Right here? That's the leg.
I think it's faced like both ways.
It's like a leg here, and then there's a tail.
I really like this design.
It is pretty
The
cool.
fact that it's all white too. It's a crazy choice.
I think that's a good choice though, because
it's
if we
great.
get the design, we get muddied up with
It keeps some of her grace in there as well, with all this disgustingness.
There's your girl, your boy.
No baby.
Your it.
Oh, this was from the 8th game. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite remember. Yeah, this is
And
your,
now we can see the
your
backwards. Baby. Yeah, we see the backwards feet, legs, and everything.
I guess I didn't even have to include that. Those images.
Well, I didn't know.
You didn't know.
So.
No, we're playing by ear. I guess you at least got to see the inside of its mouth from the one I see.
Yeah, fun.
Fun.
This is definitely up your alley.
Hated this so much.
Angie and Donna.
Not a fan. Yeah, that was actually.
So what do you think is the deal? What makes the doll in the like wedding dress type whatever that makes it creepy?
I'm not sure. Just like it looks old fashioned. It looks antique. It looks haunted.
Did I ever Dead Silence?
Oh, the marionette, or what was it?
Yeah, it had a marionette or whatever, but she was basically a puppeteer or whatever, but she was coming back and killing people.
You did try to show me that. I don't remember because a trauma response is blocked in my brain.
Yeah, you and puppets.
I hate those things. I hate them so much. I've gotten over Muppets as of recent and like felt puppets, but I'm still not good with these.
But I even like this composition even still because even though she's shadow, there's
contrast.
Exactly the contrast. That's what I was about to get into. Is that she's a dirty white against that black dress?
It's amazing. It's like
and they're
shadow.
both they're almost like inside each other.
Whoa.
You know what I mean. Don't be dirty. Damn it. Whoa. You're not around your mother too much.
Yeah.
But basically it's the same shape on the outside as it is on the inside.
It's great, right? It's so simple, but it's so effective.
And of course, here's some more of the puppets.
You know, I know I joked about the trauma response thing, but I really don't remember anything from this level, and I can.
But look! It's a spider.
Of course, couldn't go without one.
Of course, again, once it's a horror genre's jazz hands.
Spider legs.
I love this though. Salvatore Moreau.
Was this a villain? Was it a? I know it was.
Moreau is the loser of the Four Lords. He's not smart, cool, or strong. He's easily bullied. He's got an unhealthy obsession with the mother who gave him their mutations.
Right.
His domain is made up of rotting, ramshackle structures around a filthy lagoon, and he thinks he's the doctor who performs various experiments in his clinic, which is basically a shack. So apparently he's delusioned.
I just remember this guy being very pathetic.
Yeah, but I love the design on him. He's like a Muppet.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be puppeted.
Yeah.
He's got a hand up his butt.
He's got like... is he big? Is he huge?
Not really. I think he's pretty human.
Okay. So these are basically probably chicken legs. Up here is what this really looks like.
Oh yeah, it's a
chicken
village.
bones.
They got all kinds of weird like chores and medicines and stuff.
Yeah, it's very voodoo-esque. They really liked to use the hood aesthetic.
Hoods, yeah. I remember there being some kind of inspiration for the design. I think it was like villagers. You see a lot of women with hoods on.
Yeah,
it's a common thing.
See that? And then there's this thing.
Oh, I remember this. The giant.
This is actually him.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that reveal. Look at that. Oh, God.
I like it better with the hood.
Yeah, me too.
But he's got that fish eye.
Yeah, I remember the eye.
Right.
Yuck.
just very lumpy.
Was this the guy in the water? I remember there was like I am rambling. There was a gimmick where you had to, I guess, beat him. If this is the one, he's much bigger than I remember.
Yeah.
Or he's smaller, and I was tiny and I forgot. It was a scary.
He's actually a slimy fish guy. And
that was the thing. I'm like pretty sure.
This here gets desperate enough, he turns into a massive lake monster. Fish with glazed eyebrow.
Okay.
So he's more formidable than you thought.
Phew, it's been a long time.
So he's almost like a male version of her.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wow, I like this. It's almost like one of those fish, right? And let me take me down here for a second. So it's like one of those fish that eats the tongue, and then
yeah, I know what you're talking
eats the tongue and replaces the tongue. That's what he looks like here. Yeah, that's what he looks like here.
Gross.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I like the eyeballs.
I definitely do. That's the worst part.
Again, I think, in all honesty, when it comes to creature design, I have to give it to Resident Evil. And I can understand people could argue me down about Silent Hill being,
maybe if there weren't so many dicks in Silent Hill.
That's it.
Maybe
if more things were shaped like vaginas, I'd be more attracted to it. But
oh wow, is that what it's about?
Yeah, I'm not sitting here talking about how hot a guy is.
Okay, well, I will in a second.
I'm not casting shade on anybody who does. I'm just saying.
Well, don't worry, I will when we get to
you screamed when it came to the old girl, so that's all I'm saying.
All right.
So Saul Ames, the next big bad guy, is a modern Dr. Frankenstein kind of guy. Again, I am very impressed. Like, I don't want to play this game because I don't feel like taking the stress levels, but I'm very impressed with some of the designs on these things.
Oh, was this made by where did this guy come in? I don't remember this. That's gonna be my catchphrase.
I don't remember this. But I like this combustion system he has in the middle of his head. He's definitely a broke down Iron Man.
Budget Iron Man.
Yeah, budget Iron Man.
Look at that arm.
He said, in reality, he's not actually after you, because you can see from the visor that he's playing a VR game.
Of course.
So that's how they trick him into going after you. So that ends. The next big guy is transforming the mold-infested corpses into messed-up, heavy-duty cyborgs.
Right.
It's remarkable we haven't seen much like this in the series up to this point. You wouldn't think a whole lot more monsters would integrate machinery in this world of easy biotech.
Oh, okay.
And here's the Zoldat Sweet, yeah. So there's a kind of like cyborg zombies, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this came in with God, what is that guy's name? I want to say Heisenberg. I'm like pretty sure it was Heisenberg.
There's a Heisenberg.
Right.
Yeah, not the cool one though.
Say my name. Pretty sure that's when these guys were introduced.
Yeah.
That guy sucks. Heisenberg. That guy sucked. Hold on, we'll get to him in a minute, but.
And then here's another one. This one's like.
Yeah, this guy was tough.
This guy's definitely like this is a flying zombie.
I didn't play it.
Flying zombie cyborg. I love that though. Zombie cyborgs. Why not?
That's awesome.
Let's do that.
Let's just combine things.
Totally going to use that. There's another soul that. Golly, these things. Okay, this is like the Edward Scissorhands of zombie cyborgs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that thing with all the screws.
I wouldn't want to come across that. You know what this reminds me of? Is that movie Mad God or?
Oh, the one we didn't finish.
Yes.
The claymation one.
The claymation.
It just got very vile.
Yes.
Like unnecessarily vile.
Wasn't my cup of tea.
It wasn't for me either.
But
this impressive design. I love when they use mechanic stuff in monster designs because you don't see it very often.
Yeah.
But it is scary when you think about it.
We got to keep that in mind when we do the character creation right here on Arstyle Kamikaze, August 31st.
31st.
And we'll be doing the.
No one's gonna remember that by the time we get to it.
No, that's why we have a banner. It's telling you right now, record it. But please, guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment because
we're desperate.
We will.
We want attention.
Golly, I gotta edit that out now. Really?
Okay, we'll continue.
Really?
You have less to edit out if you just keep talking.
Wow. Anyway, thank you.
Oh.
So, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, let you know that we will be here on Saturdays from now on. We won't be live for 3 weeks out of the month, but on the last Saturday of every month, we'll be doing a live character creation
Special event.
using some of the stuff that we've learned throughout the.
It's a finale.
Yeah,
it's like a season finale.
Kind of, right. Oh my! Oh, this thing I saw was awesome.
I like this.
This right here, the stern.
What is this? Like a chainsaw windmill thing?
Yeah, he's like a windmill-headed thing. I love this. Yes.
No, this was great.
This is great. I'm sorry.
Great design, and actually scary too.
Yeah, you see this thing coming at you?
Gonna chop you up.
Look at this. I think this is the best image I like of it right here.
Yeah, great. I love it.
Just get you out the way. But you see. But I don't know. There's something about that hunched over look thing that I really like. So this is a propeller on the right hand side. Mm-hmm. These are chainsaws on the right hand side, and I wonder if it just breaks off into that.
I can't remember. Probably like in the middle of a boss fight or something.
But that's really cool. I really like that idea.
I dig it. Yeah, you should totally. Anyone listening, use more mechanical devices in your character designs. Yeah, especially monster designs.
And there's your boy.
What? Okay. This guy sucks.
Why are you squealed then?
Because I did like him a little. I mean, he is such a dick to you the whole time. He's just mocking you. And also, he's a dick to everyone around him.
But he's human, right?
Uh-huh. Well, don't hold me to that. There might have been a point where he used mechanical engineering to boost himself or whatever. Don't remember quite what he was, but he's okay. He's a little bit Magneto. I'm pretty sure he can manipulate metal. That's what I remember, because the first time I saw him and he pulled that, I'm like, that's some Magneto shit. And then Markiplier also said.
Somebody makes a mistake here, too. But see, for us One Piece fans, that's some useless kid shit.
Okay, you get to bring it up 5 times each show.
I brought it up twice.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Twice.
3 more times.
But that's some useless kid shit. Anyway.
Okay, no, I'm taking another one down just because I don't like you.
Oh. But yeah, here's some really cool stuff here.
Sick. The little buzzsaw thing. It's very complicated, though. I think that's what bogs it down.
But it bogs it down. But I wonder. But here's the thing. But you see the silhouette on this thing, right? Mm-hmm. That's what keeps it steady.
Yeah, that's what gives it harmony.
But the other thing, the silhouette was there, but it was kind of getting lost in some of the stuff. This is almost like, here's the silhouette, and we're just going to fill in the detail around it.
How big was this? Like, in comparison to the player? I think this was like a giant tractor or something.
I love this. This is very Hellboy. This is Mother Miranda.
Oh, yeah.
It's very Hellboy-esque.
Hellboy-esque?
Yes, from Hellboy Golden Army. You haven't seen it?
No.
I think it came from the inspiration of that. And then this thing here.
This thing.
So, well, it's very Saints. Catholic Saints.
You gotta have your religious imagery.
Right.
You can't have a horror game without it.
Right. I think they're trying to pull off that this is what an early angel looks like.
The biblically accurate.
I don't even want to get into that.
Don't tell me what an angel looks like unless you've seen one. Thank you.
It was on the chair. Anyway, I'm not gonna. Anyway, still. But yeah. So it's got the scarf. It's ready to bless you to hell.
That is awesome.
This is.
I remember that.
I guess, is this a reveal or is this like?
This was the final boss. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to resemble your wife.
Oh.
But I cannot quite remember. Very badass.
And the Black God.
That's a butthole.
This is the thing that works. No, it's a fetus, huh?
Might be. I mean, it's not. There's a lot of child imagery in this because it has to do with your wife and kid.
It will not magnify. What's the deal, dude?
The deal.
There we go. See?
Oh yeah, you can. Oh, totally.
It's got a fetus inside of it.
That's totally a fetus and a butthole.
But this is the thing that she worships. So I guess this has to do. This is Miranda is upset because of the loss of your child, and so now she's basically worshiping a child that will never be born.
Well, no, the child was born.
Oh,
I think the child was just taken because you see the kid at the end of the game. Oh, spoiler! Sorry.
Wow.
You see the kid older at the end of the game coming back. I think looking for you.
Oh, okay. But so this is just a mirage, an image of
something along those lines.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll have to play it again. This is definitely inspiring me to play more horror games.
And the Japanese Revillage Puppet Show.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Anyway, that's what we're going to end. So I think we got some pretty good
Material.
ideas for this, right?
I'm gonna steal a lot of this. I'm rubbing my hands together deviously, but you can't tell.
So yeah, so I mean, I think we got a lot of stuff here that's going to help us get that what we're looking for later on.
Yeah.
When we do again on August 31st, right?
31st, probably. I mean,
yes,
yeah.
August 31st when we do our live stream of our horror characters that we're going to come up with. Tell them where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I prefer Twitter. I haven't really been uploading on Instagram as much as I should. Again, I do stuff with Daphne Page. Do a lot of covers right now, and you can hire me. I'm available anytime.
That's right. And always, you can check me out on landingart.com. I'll be posting up a blog there. If I haven't done it yet, I will be pretty soon. Check that out. Maybe I'll even start a Substack. But always check me out and follow me on my socials. It's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Threads. So check that out. I've been working on Magi's Grace #2 and other things. So check it out as I keep you updated on what's coming out and what's coming soon. So with that, Jaden, you want to say bye?
No.
Okay. See ya.
You have been watching Art Style Kamikaze. If you have experienced headaches, bleeding, or a pleasurable euphoria, please consult a physician. Unless you like that kind of thing.